Second row left.
John, it's the second time Nick's gotten beaten around by Arkansas. Just evaluate what the decision was to go with him 1 and 2. We saw it and it didn't work again.
Yeah, again, I think Nick is going to be good against anybody. He doesn't, I think he had 3 at-bats in the first inning where he's 1-2 or 0-2, and it ends up being 3-2, and that's a killer. I don't think that has anything to do with Arkansas. I think it has everything to do with, just not being economic. He's 85, 90 pitches into, the 4th inning. And that's actually 90 pitches, 3 and a third, 90 pitches. You just cannot survive at this league by doing that. And I think Nick knows that. And, credit to him for getting ahead in the count, as much as he did. He just, couldn't finish it. And since he had the injury last year, he has just not been able to really rip through his changeup, which was a swing and miss pitch a year ago. And so he kind of gets, when he gets to 2 strikes, he kind of gets to no man's land a little bit because he just doesn't have that swing and miss pitch. And so you get the foul off, and then you get the marginal ball call, and then you get the foul off, and then before you know it, it's 3-2 every time. And that's, that's just going to be devastating to you. But if he is throwing strikes and he can get quick outs, I think he can pitch against anybody.
Here in the front right.
Hey, John Weir from one of the players. What's your thoughts on making the NCAA tournament?
Well, we all look at the, I get texted and all that stuff. I heard we went up and, in both of the internet sites that carry it, we went up yesterday after losing a game, which is, I guess, one of the benefits of competing in the Southeastern Conference. I think only in the SEC can you lose a game and have your RPI get better. And I don't know for sure that happened. I'm just having people tell me that. So don't know what our RPI will be after today, but I think our full body of work, when you look at the entire field, I've never sat on that committee and had to make the tough decisions that they have to make, but I think when you look at our full body of work, I just like to think that we're in the tournament. So we'll have to wait and see. We made it a little bit more difficult on ourselves, but I like to think that.
In the front row.
The errors are, of course, in the first inning, but we've seen some things like that. Do you think it's just maybe more hesitation with some of your infielders right now?
Well, the errors were made by an outfielder and a catcher. So
Well, I'm talking about the last couple of games.
Cody's racing out there trying to make a play on a bunt, and he just overruns it a little bit and checks up on him, and then the ball gets under draw a little bit because he's coming in trying to make a play. I think our players, and again, I think this really mirrors my experience at Kentucky a little bit. This is the first time any of them have ever competed in an SEC tournament. I think in some ways they're trying to do the incredible, the spectacular, instead of doing some average things. And I think we fell victim to that a little bit. But for the most part, Augie made some great plays today. I thought we made some good decisions defensively. CT has a big throw out at third base, and I thought we handled some balls pretty well. They just hit a lot of balls in the 4-hole, especially with runners on second base when you got a controlled running game there also. And we had to switch coverages, and you're talking about when guys from changeup to fastball, you're having to cover 2 completely different areas of the field, and we got caught in between a couple of times. I mean, out of their 14 hits, or I don't know how many hits they had. Out of their 14 hits, I don't know how many of them were hit in that little 4-hole between first and second, and we just, I felt like we took a lot of good swings through the course of the ball game. We hit a lot of balls at people, but that's how it goes.
Far left front row.
John, you got any kind of strategies? Never thrown relief before, obviously. The chance to get you ready for next week. And what do you think he threw like?
Yeah, I think he's really good. We're really proud of what he did today. I think Chris he's a really talented kid. I mean, he played baseball in 1993, and I think he's got a good breaking ball. He's got a solid changeup. It's just his last 3 or 4 starts were not what he wanted them to be or what we wanted them to be for whatever reason. So yeah, but then you've seen things change in the postseason. You've seen things in a regional where it's a new season, and you can get a different ball club out there. So going into this thing, we're 7-3 in our last 10 games. Now we're 5-5. But I really believe this group can catch fire, especially when we're pitching and defense is at a premium, in the postseason. I think our kids, if we get in a tournament, I think we can win games. I think we have a chance to win a region.
Second row left.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would just say, we have a lot of kids experiencing, tournament play for the first time. There's no question that our kids, some of them experienced 3 years of failure, of having a tough time in this league. And, it's, when you get to tournament play, the kids who've done it before, obviously, it's easier for those guys to make those adjustments. So, but yeah, I think it is a process. There's no question. When I arrived 3 years ago, I thought it was a process, and I think we really moved in a great direction. And I think, I think we're going to do nothing but great things, maybe even in a week from now.
Okay, any more questions? Thanks, Coach.
Okay.